So yesterday I dropped a video on a series of videos I'm going to talk about of what I would have done, mainly when I was younger or throughout my life, that I would have done that I believe that could have made me more successful. And I believe that it's easily repeatable. Yesterday, I talked about how I would have hardly never went outside because there was nothing in my neighborhood, there was nothing really good going on that was going to lead me to any level of success. And most of the things that was going on around me would have led to prison. So now that I would have had this extra time, what I would have done? I'm going to really kind of shock you here. I played a lot of sports. I played football. And when I was younger, I played football, I played basketball, and I played baseball. So that means throughout the whole season, I was always doing something that had to do with practice, whether it's after school, practicing 2 hours a day. I would have done a whole lot less of that. And some of you out there may be a little bit different, but I kind of knew it, but didn't know it, but wanted to believe differently, that at a young age, I wasn't very, very athletic. So someone should have probably advised me that, man, you're not very athletic, and I don't know if you're just out here playing for fun, that may be okay, but you're not going to make nothing really of this sport. And why do I say that? One of the things that's in our culture, in the culture, I want to not so much in the industry, but amongst the poverty, and I think this has a lot to do with we always trying to win the lottery. We're never just trying to stack up victory after victory after victory. We want the victory all at one time. I mean, believe it or not, if it's 30 kids out playing football on our football team, we all believe that we were going to the NFL. And then on top of that, what made it worse is that all our parents believed we was going to the NFL. And if they didn't believe we was going to the NFL, they believed that we was going to the NBA. Now, as a 50-year-old man now, I understand that's impossible. I'm saying I wouldn't even go that route. I know something that can just about be guaranteed. If you get a really, really good education, you go to school and get really good grades, you're going to get really good opportunities to go to really, really good schools, which would be transformational in your life. So that's what I would have did. I would have I would have stopped playing sports. I would have focused on my education, knowing that I'm going to be more successful. Now, I know I talk about my sons a lot. I think they're in really good positions. And after I made my video yesterday, I sat back and thought, man, if my sons are in a position that I wish I was in at their age, I did a pretty good job as a father. And I still even explain this to my sons today. I believe my son that went to go play football at Colgate and his brother that's at the booth right now, but particularly talking to my one that was at Colgate, he was pretty good. He was a pretty good receiver. He was 6'3", 220, really fast, and he might have had a shot. But I never talked him in. I talked him into playing football because I knew football could provide him with a good education and possibly get into the Ivy Leagues playing football. But I never ever really thought about going to the NFL. And the strange part, here's the strangest part of all. We can go with the average. If we go with the average of what my son is doing now compared to the average, let's say NFL player or even baseball player, because we know most baseball players don't make it to the major leagues. So even if we take the average, I believe over a lifetime, even if my son is average at doing his job, he's going to make way more money than somebody that go to the NFL or Major League Baseball. But he's going to get it a little bit slower because they're going to get their money instantaneous while he's making a little less now and he's going to continuously build. The average NFL football player is only 4 years. And if they get drafted early, they're going to make decent amount of money in their second contract. They're going to make only decent money if they're later round, and now they're going to make no money. And sometimes if they're late rounds, they might not even make the team. So knowing, being armed with that information, that the average football player only plays for, and that's if they make it to the NFL. Just think about all the college athletes that don't make it to the NFL, that don't make no money from playing football. So I'm saying my son is going to do better if he does average. Now here's the craziest part that I know. If my son does above average and be really good at their jobs and what they do and want to achieve high, they're going to outperform the best players, the Steph Currys and the Odell Beckhams. They're gonna outdo the best players. Because some people don't know, you may be a trader on the floor, not on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, but let's say you work at Goldman Sachs, you work your way up. There's traders out there, that's young, making $100 million a year as a trader. And so if you're 32, 33, let's say you're Steph Curry's age, and Steph Curry, I think his last contract was 5 years, $250 million. And there's traders out there, 34, 35, same age as Steph Curry right now. Where Steph Curry is at his peak earnings and is going to go down, and may go down to nothing besides sponsorships. Where when you're 34, 35, you're not even midway through your career. So just think how much more money you can make. There's hedge fund managers that make $1 billion a year, that made $1 billion last year. So no, being armed with that information, and I'm saying you ain't got to be a great athlete. You don't have to be superior smart-wise. All you got to do is apply yourself at a young age, start getting good grades, start performing and working towards your standardized tests, and you can get into a good school, and you can make a lot of money. And I believe you can make more money than athletes obviously because I'm a finance person, I'm kind of a math person, and I'm going to always go with the averages. Now, one of the problems is a downside to this, and it's important to a lot of people. You may not be as popular. And some people will take popularity over money. But, not for me. I just want to live as comfortable as I can with this one life that I have. I hope this information was good to you, YouTube. If you liked it, please subscribe, please follow, please like, and I hope I can bring out some more videos that you're interested in.